Walk down any appliance aisle and you will see it. A wall of shiny air fryers listing healthy, rapid air technology, family size, dual basket, non-toxic. The boxes look the same and the price tags say $60, $150, $300, and you think, how different can they really be? That is the trap. Some air fryers are countertop workhorses. Others are smoke alarms with handles, peeling baskets, and recall emails waiting to happen. In this video, we are ranking 10 air fryer brands. From do not put this on your counter to worth your money. We will use owner reviews and lab tests, and we will look at recall histories. Stick around, because I will reveal the one brand you should treat like it is already on fire. Number 10. Tower, the fire risk wildcard. Tower's air fryers look great on paper. Big capacities, flashy Vorts branding, budget-friendly prices, and you will see them stacked high in UK and European supermarkets. But here is the problem. Several Tower models have been hit with safety alerts and recalls because of overheating and potential fire risk. When regulators tell you to unplug your air fryer and stop using it immediately, that is not just a minor quirk. That is a big red flag. These were not obscure models either. Some of them were popular dual basket and compact units that sold in big numbers. Imagine thinking you scored a bargain, and then a few months later you are filling out recall forms and arranging returns because your air fryer might literally overheat itself to death. One owner said they bought a Tower air fryer on special at the supermarket, loved it for a couple of months, then saw a post about a recall, checked the model number, and discovered their unit was on the list. Suddenly, the deal of the year turned into emails, waiting for packaging, and a few weeks with no air fryer at all. Tower still has fans, and not every single model is dangerous. But when a brand's name keeps popping up in fire risk safety notices, that is enough to drop it straight to the bottom of this list. If you already own a Tower, check your model number. If you see one on clearance and it is on a recall list, walk away. Number 9. PowerXL, the recalled hotshot. PowerXL is everywhere in the United States. Late-night infomercials, giant boxes promising family-size meals in minutes, glossy photos of golden chicken wings. On the surface, it is a dream, with huge capacity and aggressive pricing. But dig a little deeper and the shine starts to wear off. Recently, hundreds of thousands of PowerXL Vortex dual basket air fryers were recalled because of a design defect that could cause parts to break during use, leading to hot food and oil spilling out and people getting burned. So not only do you have an appliance running at high heat, you have structural parts that can give up mid-cook. That is not the kind of excitement you want at dinner time. And that is not the only complaint. Long-term owners frequently report non-stick coating peeling, baskets rusting, and machines dying earlier than they should. That raises real durability concerns. For the first few months, it can feel like a powerhouse. Year 2? Not always the same story. One owner described buying a large PowerXL to feed the whole family. At first, it was amazing. Whole chickens, piles of fries, no problem. Then they discovered their exact dual basket model was part of a recall, and at the same time, the basket coating started flaking off. Now they had a potential burn hazard and mystery black flakes in their food. Bottom line, PowerXL can cook well when it is working, but the combination of major recalls and durability complaints means it is not a brand I would bet on for the long haul. If you already own one, check your model. If you are shopping, there are safer options. Number 8. Chefman, the peeling coating budget bet. Chefman is that friend who offers you way too much for way too little. Rotisserie functions, glass doors, big capacities, tons of presets, all at prices that undercut some of the better-known brands. It's tempting, especially when you see them on sale. But scroll through enough real-world reviews and a pattern starts to appear. Over and over, people mention the same thing, non-stick baskets and trays that start peeling or chipping far earlier than they should. Sometimes it's after a year. Sometimes it's after just a few months of regular use. A lot of people ignore hand wash only and no metal utensils advice. But when dozens of owners report flakes coming off the basket and patches of exposed metal underneath, that is not just user error anymore. Once that coating starts to go, cleanup gets harder and you may be left wondering how much of your non-stick layer went into your last batch of fries. One owner bought a Chefman air fryer oven for the extra racks and the rotisserie. They loved it the first few months. At the 6-month mark, tiny specks of coating started disappearing from the baskets. By a year, whole patches were bare. It still cooked, but they did not like the idea of black flakes sharing a plate with their dinner. Bottom line, Chefman can be a decent entry ticket into air frying if you're on a tight budget and very gentle with your gear. But if you care about long-term durability and a coating that does not self-destruct, I would only grab Chefman on a big discount and treat that basket like it is made of glass. Number 7. Dash, the cute but underpowered companion. Dash is the Instagram air fryer. Bright colors, retro-inspired shapes, tiny footprints. They look fantastic on a counter, and they are perfect for dorm rooms, studio apartments, or anyone obsessed with matching pastel appliances. But those cute looks come with trade-offs. Most Dash units are small, low-wattage air fryers designed for 1 or 2 portions at a time. In independent tests, models like the Dash Compact and Tasty Crisp often run slower, with less even browning and weaker crisping compared to larger, more powerful machines. For snacks and single portions, totally fine. For a family of 4 on burger night, prepare for multiple rounds of cooking and a lot of waiting around while batch number 3 catches up. One owner said they bought a Dash because it matched their kitchen and looked adorable. For reheating a slice of pizza or cooking a handful of nuggets, it is perfect. But anytime more than 2 people are eating, they are running back-to-back batches, and everyone eats in shifts. Bottom line, Dash is not a disaster brand. It just isn't meant to be your main workhorse. Think of it as a secondary gadget, great for singles, students, or as a cute office air fryer, not the central engine of a hungry household. Number 6. Gourmia, the Costco crowd pleaser with quality control roulette. Gourmia is the warehouse club specialist. Big boxes, big capacities, big windows so you can watch your food crisp up, and a price tag that makes you think, wait, that's it? They have become a favorite at places like Costco for exactly that reason. And to be fair, many Gourmia models deliver. Thousands of owners rave about their everyday reliability, the helpful viewing window, and simple controls. For under $50 or $60, people are turning out fries, wings, salmon, and roasted vegetables without thinking twice. But quality control is where things get dicey. For every glowing review, you will find others talking about units that died within a year, electrical issues, or non-stick coating that started peeling sooner than expected. When a brand is pushing this hard on price, there are always corners being cut somewhere. One owner described buying a Gourmia air fryer at Costco on sale, using it almost daily with 0 problems, and recommending it to a neighbor. The neighbor bought what looked like the exact same model a few months later. Hers died at 6 months and needed a replacement. Same brand, totally different experience. Bottom line, Gourmia is a value play. If you get a good unit, you have basically robbed the store, but it is not as consistently reliable as the top brands. If you do go Gourmia, buy from a retailer with a generous return policy and keep your receipt handy. Number 5. Cosori, from recall scandal to redemption arc. Cosori came out of nowhere and quickly became one of the most popular mid-range air fryer brands. Their basket fryers looked sleek, were easy to use, and reviewers loved the results. For a while, recommending a Cosori was a no-brainer. Then, in 2023, everything changed. Around 2 million Cosori air fryers were recalled because a wire connection could overheat, posing a fire and burn hazard. There were reports of units smoking, melting, and in some cases catching fire. Overnight, a brand that was on everyone's best of lists was suddenly on the safety alert list instead. To their credit, Cosori did not try to sweep it under the rug. They set up a replacement program, worked with safety agencies across multiple countries, and offered new units to affected owners. Since then, they have released updated designs, including newer turbo blaze and tower-style models that are testing really well and showing up again on best air fryer lists. An owner summed it up this way: "I owned one of the recalled Cosori models. I filled out the form, sent in pictures, and they sent me a newer replacement. The new one actually cooks better and feels more solid, but whenever I see the old models for sale secondhand, I scroll right past them." Bottom line, Cosori's current lineup is worth considering again, but any older pre-recall models sitting on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, or mega clearance shelves are a hard pass. Always check those model numbers against Cosori's recall list before you buy used. Number 4. Tefal, the European Fry King. Tefal, or Tefal depending on where you live, was making air-fried potatoes before air fryers were cool. Their Actifree line with its built-in stirring paddle earned a cult following for one reason: absolutely killer fries. Load it up, add a spoon of oil, and the machine does the stirring for you. Over the years, Tefal has expanded into basket and dual-zone air fryers as well. Models like the Easy Fry Dual Drawer XXL are popular in European tests for combining big capacity with straightforward controls and consistently good results across fries, chicken, and veggies. There are downsides. Tefal units are rarely the cheapest on the shelf, and some models are bulky. In side-by-side tests, they sometimes cook a touch slower or brown, slightly less aggressively than Ninja or Instant, but they win points back with robust build quality and long-term reliability. Owner experience. I have had my Tefal Actifry for years. It is not the prettiest thing in my kitchen, but when I want fries that are crispy outside, soft inside, and never burnt, it is the one machine I trust every single time. Bottom line, Tefal is a safe bet, especially in Europe. You pay a bit more and you sacrifice some horsepower, but you get dependable performance and machines that do not feel like they are falling apart after a year. Number 3. Breville, the multi-tool for serious home cooks. Breville doesn't just make air fryers, they make countertop ovens that happen to be amazing air fryers. The Smart Oven Air Fryer and Air Fryer Pro are like Swiss Army knives for your kitchen, toast, bake, roast, dehydrate, reheat, air fry, all in one stainless steel box. These ovens heat fast, cook evenly, and have enough room for a whole chicken or a tray of vegetables. Compared to a basic basket fryer, they give you way more flexibility. Many owners basically stop using their big oven for everyday meals once they get a Breville on the counter. They are not perfect. They take up more space, they cost significantly more than budget brands, and if you only ever cook for one person, you might never use half the features. But in terms of performance and build, they are in a different league from cheap plastic boxes. Friends come over and head straight to my big oven to preheat it. I stop them and point at the Breville. It's faster, it does not turn the whole kitchen into a sauna, and 9 times out of 10, the food comes out better. Bottom line, Breville is the air fryer you buy when you are done buying gadgets. If you want one machine that can do almost everything and you are willing to pay for it, this is where your money starts to feel like an investment instead of a gamble. Instant, the company behind the Instant Pot, brought that same does everything and does not cost a fortune energy to the air fryer world. The Instant Vortex line focuses on wide, square baskets that give you more usable space than tall, narrow designs. In testing, Vortex models consistently deliver even cooking, strong crisping, and fast preheats. They are powerful enough for families, but simple enough that you do not need to study the manual. Dual-zone versions give you independent baskets for cooking 2 things at once, without the premium price of some competitors. Owners love how intuitive they are. No nonsense, no flashy gimmicks, just straightforward controls that do exactly what they say they will. They are not as luxury in feel as a Breville or as trend-setting as some Ninja combos. But they hit that sweet spot of features, performance, and price. One owner said they thought an air fryer would be a fad. Then they bought an Instant Vortex. Now they use it more than their oven. Chicken thighs, veggies, frozen stuff, reheating leftovers, they throw everything in there. The oven only gets turned on for holiday meals now. Bottom line, if you just want something that works, day in, day out, without draining your bank account, Instant is one of the easiest recommendations in 2025. It is the default choice I would point most buyers to. Number 1, Ninja, the all-round champ. If Instant is the reliable workhorse, Ninja is the show pony that can actually win races. In test after test, Ninja air fryers land at or near the top. Strong heating, great airflow, consistent crisping, and solid build quality. That's the Ninja formula. Models like the Foodie Dual Zone, the Flex Drawer, and the big Double Stack XL have become favorites for families. Separate zones let you cook 2 different foods at different temperatures, then sync them to finish at the same time. That's the kind of real-world feature that actually makes your life easier instead of just looking cool on the box. Owners praise Ninja's ceramic-coated baskets, robust hinges, and overall sturdiness. They feel less like cheap plastic gadgets and more like real appliances built to live on your counter for years. You pay more than you would for a bargain brand, but you get performance and durability to match. Owner experience. I've owned the cheap air fryers, the ones that creak when you slide the basket in and smell funny the first few uses. My Ninja was the first one that felt solid. After this, I wouldn't bother trying my luck with mystery brands again. Bottom line, if you want the safest brand bet in 2025, strong frying, lots of size options, and smart features that actually matter, Ninja is the one to beat. It earns the number 1 spot. Earlier, I promised to reveal the one air fryer brand you should run from like it is already smoking on your countertop. So here it is. At the top of the hard pass list are recalled models, especially from brands like Tower, older Cosori units, and specific PowerXL Vortex dual basket models. On paper, they look like great deals. Big capacities, big discounts, sometimes even new in box secondhand. But if a model has been on an official fire risk recall list, that is not something you negotiate with. When regulators and manufacturers say stop using this immediately and unplug it, that is your cue to stop gambling with your kitchen and your home. One owner bought a discounted air fryer online, only to realize later the model number matched a recall notice. It had already been smoking more than it should, but they thought that was normal. It was not. So here is the rule. If a particular model from Tower, Cosori, PowerXL, or any brand is on a recall list, do not buy it. Do not keep using it. Do not gift it to someone else. It is not a bargain if it comes with a built-in fire risk. And even with non-recalled units from brands like PowerXL and Chefman, be honest about your expectations. If you are fine with a lower price, treating it gently, and maybe replacing it sooner, that is one thing. But if you want a machine that will still be working 3, 4, 5 years from now, be picky. So what should you actually buy? If you want maximum performance and you are willing to pay for it, Ninja and Breville are at the top. Ninja for powerful, family-friendly basket fryers with smart features. Breville if you want a multi-function countertop oven that basically replaces your main oven. If you want great value, look at Instant and Tefal. Instant gives you strong performance and simple controls without premium pricing. Tefal gives you long-term reliability and seriously good fries, especially in European markets. If you are on a tight budget, I would take my chances with Gourmia, or one of the new post-recall Cosori models over mystery brands or old stock that has been sitting on a recall list. You get a lot more air fryer for your money without quite as much risk. And remember, do not let the shiny showroom displays or the glossy box photos fool you. Air fryer brands love to sell you the dream, healthy, fast, effortless meals. But when you bring it home and the coating starts peeling, the basket warps, or you get a recall email, reality hits very different. Before you click buy on your next air fryer, check Check the model number for recalls, think about how often you will use it, and decide whether saving 20 bucks now is really worth the headache later. And if you found this breakdown helpful, do not forget to subscribe to Safe Buyer. We dig into the tricks, the traps, and the truths the big appliance brands do not put on the box, so you cook smarter, spend less, and avoid the regrets. Hit subscribe, tap that bell icon, and join thousands of smart shoppers who are already one step ahead.